hi, and welcome to number 56 show. Back from the Berlin Fair with my ribbons, as I have the ribbons I got. Third place, fifth place, did pretty good. Welcome to the sports show, the Sportsman Show. You guys know who I am, Joe Musel. If you don't know who
and
I
how we
am,
operate.
what is this, Mr. My co-host brings a video game to a professional sports show and wants to play it during the sports show.
Don't worry, it's
don't worry, it's off. It's off. Yeah, sure. It was off just 5 minutes ago. That's all it was. 5 minutes ago. It's still on and playing. He wanted to play it during.
No, I turned it off. I was in the middle of a Tetris tournament.
Yes, that he was winning probably. Were you winning?
No, actually, I finished 76th out of 97. Last night I finished 18th, which is not too bad. So I want to get my 100 points before I got to resubscribe for another year's internet for 1995 for it.
1995 to play that game? Yeah. Holy crappers!
No. It's for the whole internet. You got it. You need it for all the games you can play on it, or otherwise they're going to say tomorrow, sorry, you can't do it until you sign up again. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you're busy playing your video game. Okay, you put it away.
Yes, for the next hour I have.
It's professional time. We are 2 weeks into the NFL season. 2 weeks in. Interesting stuff is happening. We actually get to see starters actually play football right now. And some surprise teams, some disappointing teams. Some teams think they won a football game, which they did, but they really didn't win the football game. They just
injuries on the rise.
Injuries are on the rise. At least there's no zonks yet or anything else like that.
We had one team there was one team, but it was all coaches more than players.
Yeah, coaches more than players.
Saints, and then of course today a couple did land on the zonk list.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good for the zonk list. We haven't had any games on the Wednesday or Thursday night yet or anything else like that.
Thursday we've had 2 games so far. No, 3 games. No, 2 games so far.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's normal. Yeah.
That's normal. But, okay. So let's dive right into this football season that we're having. We're not going to preview the Aaron Rodgers game that he totally blew.
No, because this is redeem night for him tonight, hopefully.
I saw this coming. I really didn't believe too much in the Green Bay Packers to have a great season. I still think Aaron Rodgers is not doing well. He's been, in the past 5 years, he's been blown out 10 times in the past 5 years. I mean, literally blown out. I mean, that's a lot for an MVP type quarterback that's supposed to be a franchise quarterback. That's a lot to be blown out by. And in his first 5 years in the league, he only got blown out 5 times. So he's kind of going down that trend to, hey, can I retire and live off my State Farm money and do some State Farm commercials? And for all this, I don't think he's not Dan Marino because he's won a championship, but he's close to being a Dan Marino and not getting as many rings as he was supposedly got or whatever. But I don't see it in him anymore. I see him not leading a team anymore on and or off the field. I think he cares more about his State Farm commercials than he does winning football games. And that's not a state of mind that you want your quarterback at. And even if they beat Detroit, which is lousy tonight at Monday Night Football, that really doesn't mean anything. But if they lose to Detroit, that's going to start the questions of backup quarterback in for Aaron Rodgers, and the trade talks are going to. Bye, Coachy. Coachy, I can't hear you. Ask to unmute Mike.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. There you go.
That was good. It just went.
It just went blank on it. I was doing a nice rant and everything. I lost my co-host. But, hopefully no one saw that or anything like that. We're sorry for the interruption. But what do you think about Aaron Rodgers?
Okay. We've been bad. I've been waiting for this because I have him in fantasy football for starters this year. So this is how the rant's going to go. That one game he played against New Orleans, did it look like a fluke? I would say he had an off game, and it wasn't just him. It was the entire offense. So it was so bad that Matt LaFleur decided, yeah, we're going to bench the entire team in the fourth quarter. Which was I thought 11 minutes to go. That was more like, yup, we gave up. So tonight, this is a chance to redeem himself against Detroit. If he has another game like this, would we push the panic button? Yes, if it goes this way.
Yeah, I don't see his full heart into football anymore. That's my take on him. I mean, he's like Tom Brady. Tom Brady trains 24/7, 7 days a week, and he doesn't give up. His work ethic is impeccable. Yes, he makes a couple Subway commercials, but I guarantee
he's now making Verizon commercials too now, by the way. You
Verizon
can add that
commercials a little bit more. He's making commercials a little bit more, but guaranteed during break time, he's probably studying a playbook during his break or something like that. But I see one Hall of Fame quarterback in Tom, and then Aaron Rodgers that's supposed to be more athletic and more talented than Tom, but I see the determination in Tom winning more. Your quarterback has to have that. I mean, Russell Wilson has that a little bit in him. He pushes his team. He drives his team. He is his team. I don't see that in Aaron Rodgers. That's why I don't see him winning another Super Bowl in his career. I don't see that in Ben Roethlisberger either.
Well, let me get to Ben Roethlisberger yesterday. He complained to the offensive coordinator after yesterday's game against Las Vegas. I mean, yeah, Pittsburgh had no excuse losing that game after they went to Buffalo and beat the Bills like there was no tomorrow. But
well, we'll get to that. I'll comment after. Go.
Yeah, that's coming too. But our thing with Aaron Rodgers right now, it's time to stop worrying about the State Farm commercials too that you forgot to mention.
Yeah, I did that.
This is why I think tonight, if he has a breakout game, this will slow down the critics just a little bit. If it continues to go in this direction, then it all depends how his offensive line does. Because remember, Devontae Adams is on the same boat because I believe he will not be coming back either if Aaron Rodgers leaves. I've already heard about this.
Yeah, but
but no, I do not see Green Bay. I'm hoping Green Bay doesn't score only just 3 points in this game tonight.
hopefully
they feel about that.
Well, You're rooting for him because you have him on your fantasy football team. If he lays another egg, you're going to have to trade him or something.
But yeah, my backup is Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, geez, you're in the toilet already.
No, that's why
It's
I'll be looking
toilet
at
city.
quarterbacks. I've already made one move already. I already put a guy on IR because the guy's gone for the season, but yet Antonio Brown was available, so I picked him up.
Okay. He
So,
did pretty good for Tampa Bay.
yeah, well, not the last game, though,
Not the
unfortunately.
last game, the first game he did. But
First game, but I didn't have him. I didn't pick him up. I wanted to go with the other receivers that I had first because it's week one. You don't want to do a dump off right off the bat. So, my another team to talk about, San Francisco 49ers. Where are you running backs? We've lost. They've already lost 4 running backs up to right now already.
well, so has Baltimore. Baltimore's lost 4 running backs.
Baltimore's lost 3, but they lost it all in practices. San Francisco, they lost 1 in the first week, gone for the season. Then they lost 3 more, and they got 2 more running backs they're already looking at already to possibly start against Green Bay on Sunday night.
Yeah, well, they're 1-1, right? San Francisco
2-0.
2-0. So
they've been on the East Coast for 2 games, and they've won both.
Yep. Jimmy Garoppolo and then their other quarterback switching off and on. Not too bad combination.
No,
you can't really carry that the whole season.
No, you can't.
But it's worked so far. But it has been weaker opponents.
Detroit, yes, weak opponent. Philadelphia, a little bit more of a tough opponent. They only scored 17 points, so
yeah.
And then you have Philadelphia who only scores 11 points. But Philadelphia, hey, at least the NFC East right now, everybody's 1-1 except for the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants. We'll get to the Giants.
Yeah, that's coming up. How dumb they were. Other teams to look at, I have to give a shout out to Tampa Bay right now. Rob Gronkowski already is off and running with what he has, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he has 4 touchdowns. I think Tampa Bay's using him very well. He's becoming more dangerous inside 20 yards or more, inside the red zone, and they're using him. They're using his size, his speed.
O.J. Howard has not been able to play much ever since he was gone for the season last year.
Yeah, I know, but Gronk's done fine.
Yup.
I mean,
Mike Evans, first week, Dallas cut him off. Second week, Evans scores 2 touchdowns.
Yep. Godwin's fine and stuff.
Brown's had his moments.
Yep.
Leonard Fournette is actually beginning to be the lead back over Ronald Jones right now.
Yeah, he is. He's doing fine. Tampa Bay's rolling. I mean, you see the leadership with Tom and everybody, and they're just rolling right along. I mean,
of course, the next opponent for Tampa Bay, it's going to be a little bit more tougher, but it's the Los Angeles Rams coming up.
Yeah, it's a little bit more tougher, but I don't. Stafford's playing good in the Los Angeles. They're doing pretty good.
He's happy in Los Angeles than he is in Detroit right now. So
yeah, I think he's a little bit happier with his coordinators and stuff, and his coach.
Yep.
And having some weapons in Los Angeles. So. Yeah, Stafford's doing well. He's thriving. I mean, he's doing big chunk plays. He's showing off his arm. And I think that's going to be a good test for Tampa Bay. I don't see it as a loss. So I see it as a good test, though. Other things.
Other teams, Las Vegas Raiders, they need a shout out right now. They're 2-0.
Yeah. Good job for Chucky, 2-0 starting. I watched some of that game for the this week when they played the I missed.
Yeah, Baltimore was their
Baltimore.
first opponent. Second opponent was Pittsburgh.
Yep. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, laid another. See, in week one, you have like 8 weeks to prepare yourself for an opponent. That's why I think Pittsburgh did so well.
Yep.
I mean, you're as healthy as you could be in week one, and you can surprise a team in week one. I mean, for a short week, you can't really surprise anybody. I mean, you only got a week to practice for that team. So that's why I think the Steelers lost and are showing their true colors. And what they really are is just a 500 team. They're going to be 500 or below 500.
They're going toward that hill. They're going to be going on a downcline. So
yeah, I think so. Okay.
But yeah, back to the Raiders.
Raiders.
The only downside is Josh Jacobs is injured. I guess Derek Carr had to get an MRI for his ankle today.
Yeah, he did. I don't know the full report on that. So
I have not
we'll just
heard
say he got one.
Yeah, I have not heard anything about Derek Carr. I can tell you to boot. Unfortunately, the injuries went up on the rise in week 2 this week.
Yeah, they do. That's predictable. You add another week into the season, you're going to see a couple injuries rise up and stuff. You're going to see who tours their Achilles and stuff like that, or sprains an ankle or twists an arm or something like that, breaks an arm. It's football. You're fully healthy, or you're going to be healthy as you can be for week 1, and then you start declining. I mean, it's all about the finish line in the NFL. It's starting out at 100% and probably ending up at 75% at the end of the season. Is your 75% good enough to win games at the end of the season in playoff games and stuff? Nobody's fully healthy at the end of the season. Nobody is, because it's a gladiator sport. It's still violent and stuff.
Add to it, the position that got hurt the most this week was actually quarterbacks.
Running backs, that.
Yeah, well, they already announced, Tyrod Taylor could be out a month. And they've already said they are not going to recommit to Deshaun Watson. They've decided keep him inactive. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to have to deal anything to do with him.
Nope.
Let's see. You got Andy Dalton with a bruised bone on his knee. Carson Wentz doesn't have one ankle injury. He's got 2 ankle injuries, sprained ankles on both of them. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
Carson
painful.
Wentz, I think he tries to make the big play, and then that's how he gets injured. He always tries to make the big play, but he can't do it. I mean, as you can see, he's trying to get tackled, he's getting tackled, and he's throwing the ball bent and backwards and trying to chuck the ball with one arm to a receiver without just covering up. It's better for you to survive than trying to make that pass. That he still can't get it through his mind that he doesn't always have to make the big play. He can take the sack and protect himself. But that's just his mentality and stuff, and he gets injured. That's part of his problem.
Of course, it's natural. I mean, it's not helping Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton's out for another couple weeks. So 0-2, yeah, they played a close game with the Rams. Great. But I haven't seen the true sides of life yet.
No, I haven't really seen the true life. So that division right there, that's a toss-up between Tennessee and pretty much whoever wants to be second, probably.
Yeah, because right now You got Jacksonville 0-2. You got Indy 0-2. You got Tennessee being 1-1, and Houston being 1-1.
Yep. So,
I guess we can talk about our local team, New England. Week 1, not fun when Damian Harris gets the ball punched out in the fourth quarter. That was not the way you want to lose the game like that. And, it was very, very not so good. However, we rebounded in week 2. Zach Wilson, I wish you a lot of luck in football, but when you throw 3 interceptions out of the first 5 passes of the game.
First 5 passes of the game.
Yeah, I know there was a 4th one on his last 10, but I'm talking about 3 in the first 5.
Yeah.
That's surprising most of the time. That's going to get you a seat on the bench.
Well, I compare him, Mr. Wilson, to a Johnny Manziel type of quarterback. I compare him to that. And you saw what kind of career Johnny Manziel had. I think he's the wrong life. I think he's the same type of quarterback. The Jets may regret not drafting Mac Jones. They had a chance to get Mac Jones too, then Zach Wilson. I think they're going to regret that. Mac Jones for the New England Patriots, no touchdown passes, but he manages his game. No fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no interceptions. He's exploring a little bit more with his tight end. I saw him not being quick with his decisions and not going through his progressions quicker. He did like a 10 drop step, and he was already flustered and stuff like that. He wasn't calm. He wasn't a little bit cool on those ones. But the Patriots did pretty good for not scoring a passing touchdown. They did pretty good for 25 points.
Yeah, and the next opponent, New Orleans, they're going to be coming hungry this coming Sunday because they got destroyed by Carolina. So I'm a little bit skeptical, but I think they can win that game before here comes Brady.
Yeah, I think so. If we can get to 2-1,
my aunt needs me for a sec.
What? Where are you going?
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Are you going to go get a bear? No, don't bring bears on my show. What are you doing? All right. My co-host, he just left. He wants to go play his video game. His aunts are interrupting. He's back now. Jeez, people.
I know.
We're trying to do a professional show here.
Yeah. You get the professional shows, and look what I get around here. I had another bear alert.
Bear alert. He wants the bear in his house so he can hug him.
No, thanks. I'll bring back the costume if you want me to, but I don't think we're going to do that again this year.
No, I don't think we're going to do that anyways.
No, not unless I want to be a goat for Halloween, but we'll see.
A goat?
Okay, that's shirtless for Halloween. Craig, we could do that.
Yeah, I got my Halloween shirt on. I'm fully engulfed in the spirit of Halloween coming up.
So when we have to play New Orleans, right now New Orleans is very thin. When Alvin Kamara only has 8 rushes for +5 yards in the entire game, that tells you something that he was shut down completely.
Yeah, for being that much of a dynamic player, Carolina shut him down with their defense. They did pretty good.
And I'm impressed with Carolina being 2-0 so far this year. Christian McCaffrey's off to a good start.
Yeah, he is. He's doing fine. But the Saints kind of in week 1 beating up on who'd they beat up on?
Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers. I think that's another sort of, week 1, you're ready for football, and you had 10 weeks to prepare for Green Bay. I mean, with more time to prepare for a team, the better you are against that team.
Yep.
Without any time, you sort of lose momentum and stuff like that. You're fully not prepared in a week for a football team. I mean, it's hard to prepare for a week for a football team. For some teams,
thought they got overconfident when you were 1-0. Whoops! What happened? You take a step backwards.
Yeah, you take a step back. You lay a goose egg with no touchdowns or anything like that. Your defense doesn't play as well. I mean, they don't get as many takeaways, or they don't get any takeaways. But that's pretty much about the Saints. The Giants are 0-2. Local teams
First
staying.
game was a disaster.
Yeah, that was kind of a mess.
Second game, they blew it. They had a chance to win it. Field goal is no good. Whoops, guy jumped over.
Yeah, guy jumps over. Well, you lose
Offsides call, another chance, ball game.
Yeah, you lose on Thursday Night Football. But how's Daniel Jones doing? Not too bad for the Giants.
Week 1 was bad. Week 2 was better. He didn't fumble the ball one time.
Yeah, I still don't see him using his full potential. They don't get any cheap touchdowns, the Giants. Like the 50-yard touchdown, or at least the 97-yard touchdown. They don't get any of those. I mean, they're trying to work the clock and manage the game, but they're not unleashing Daniel Jones. I mean, he has a good frame. He's 6'5". He's a big boy, and he should be able to use his talent and his size a little bit more in the Giants' offense than they are using him right now.
Yeah, well, the Giants unfortunately lost another offensive lineman, and the injury was pretty gruesome. His girlfriend had to go on the cart. It was so bad.
Yeah, so they lost that. But
we can talk about Baltimore, Kansas City, and one heck of a game that was last night.
Yeah, that was a good game.
The only thing is for Baltimore, Lamar Jackson basically had the ball about 80% of the time last night. He didn't really want to throw the ball or hand the ball off to anybody or anything like that. Patrick Mahomes had a very good game, but Hilaire fumbled that ball late, and they decided, we're going to go for on 4th down. Did it. Baltimore wins. I said, that's a huge win for Baltimore.
Well, Baltimore, Lamar Jackson is a different kind of quarterback. He's very different. He's athletic. He can run. He can pass. I mean, he's a very good playmaker. He's a very good for not. You can't really prepare to face Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, because Kansas City didn't look prepared on his runs.
No, because he's that much of a playmaker on that field. I mean, yes, you want the ball in his hands for 80% of the time, because he is your offense. You have no running backs. You don't have no running backs. You don't have anybody to run the ball. So you might as well let him run the ball and stuff. You might as well let him control the game fully and stuff like that, because that's very hard to prepare for a defense, for that kind of a playmaker. I mean, Michael Vick was kind of, back in his glory days, was hard to prepare for. I mean, Lamar Jackson is better, it's stronger, and I think he has his head on better straight than Vic did. But just to make that comparison, it's very hard to prepare for that kind of quarterback. So that's why I think Kansas City had a hard time with Baltimore. Not a fully hard. It was a good game and stuff like that. Came down to the wire, but that's why it's hard to prepare for that kind of quarterback.
Agreed.
Yep.
Other games that I thought had some interest that was going on, Minnesota, okay? They don't know how to win with a field goal the first two games. They should be 2-0 very easily.
Yeah. Minnesota's kind of that team that, okay, we went to the playoffs a couple of years ago. We made a little run, and now we can't break being 500 team.
Yup.
We can't get over that hump of actually being a contender team. We can't get enough talent to actually be that contender team. I mean, yes, you're going to be in a lot of close games when you're a 500 team, and you're going to lose a lot of games because the field goal is going through that upright. That's just who Minnesota is right now. They don't have the way to stop that. They don't have. I don't think they have the quarterback to stop that. Being a 500 team, and if you can't control your offense a little bit better or your defense a little bit better, you're going to be a 500 team. You're just going to go.
Don't worry. Mike Zimmer's going to be on the hot seat already.
Yep, he's going to be on the hot seat. You're going to get a coach fired. I mean, so that's Minnesota. I don't know if they're not drafting too well enough or anything else like that.
I mean, you have Dalvin Cook, that's great, and you have your receivers, but it's not going to get it done just scoring touchdowns, and then you think you got to go for a 2-point conversion every single time.
Yep, because your defense gives up a lot. So that's Minnesota. That's the boat that they're in. They're in that 500 boat.
Yep. Another team, Miami. Unfortunately, Tua's got a rib injury. He had to go. Jacoby Brissett had to replace him yesterday. Unfortunately, the end result wasn't too good. But I've heard Buffalo didn't play that well either. But
no, Buffalo didn't even play. I mean, Miami laid a goose egg, but that's another project of having weeks and weeks to prepare for a team. When they faced New England, they had weeks and weeks to prepare for the team. And then they faced Baltimore. You're not as well as prepared for Buffalo, and you just fall flat on your face. And you get an injury to your quarterback. You have to bring in your backup quarterback, and you even fall flatter on your face. Buffalo didn't play great. I mean, they could, if they played great, they blow that team out by 50, but not by 20.
Nope. And then of course the other Florida team we got to talk about, Trevor Lawrence. Week 1, he was decent. Three touchdowns, 3 picks yesterday. The true Jacksonville form didn't go too well. 1 TD, 2 picks.
I mean, they need a lot on Jacksonville. They really do. If they can keep their quarterback upright and healthy and make it through the season, that's a winning season right now for Jacksonville. They got to keep Trevor Lawrence upbeat. Let him throw the ball around. Let him throw some interceptions. Let him learn, and let him grow. I mean, Peyton Manning went 3-13 in his first season, and then bounced back to 12-4 in his next season. So that's a rookie quarterback for you. That's the number 1 draft pick. That's So that's Trevor Lawrence.
A lot of learning to do.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I thought there was another game. And by the way, yes, even though Seattle is Russell Wilson's off to a good start, where was the defense on on Henry yesterday? Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's a beast. He's an A++ player. He can change a game and take over a game by himself when he's healthy and fully and ready to go. I mean, you really got no way to stop that guy if he's in A mode and beast mode. You really don't. So, Seattle, they got Russell Wilson. If you got Russell Wilson, that's another game changer type player. He's an A+ quarterback. He's fine. You frozen again? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Not this time.
But not this time. Okay, but that's it for that. One team I have to get to is for 2 weeks is the Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about America's team, supposedly. They won a game yesterday. Did they really win that game? I know a win is a win is a win. But
you can't rely on your field goal kicker to win it with a 56-yard field goal.
No, you can't.
They have issues.
Yeah. And I think the Chargers lost that game more than Dallas won that game. The Chargers lost 2 touchdowns take away from penalties that should have been. They missed a field goal that was supposed to be going the uprights, and the Chargers did a lot more to lose that game than Dallas did to win that game. So if I was Dallas right now, I'd still be upset. I mean, yes, you pushed Tampa Bay in week 1 to the limits, and that was a good game, and you got beat by a field goal. But that's another game that you got weeks and weeks to prepare for, and then you can prepare better. But when you only have 1 week to prepare for the Chargers, you come out flat. I mean, Dallas did a lot more in that game to almost lose that game than the Chargers, and then the Chargers didn't do themselves any favors to actually win that game.
Nope.
I see Dallas still in a weak division and still an 8-8 team.
It's going to feel good for them, though, to have a home game coming up.
Yeah, finally. It should be good for them to do that and stuff like that. But I saw the Chargers lose that game more than Dallas won that game. That's my thoughts. The Chargers should have won that game. If they didn't have 2 touchdowns called back and that field goal clonk off the iron or upright, they win that game. They win that game by 2 touchdowns or more. They totally win that game. And Dallas is on the sidelines going, oh, man, we're 0-2. So that's my take on the America's team that still hasn't shown me that they have enough talent to be above 8-8 or above 500 team. They may win that division, but it's going to be a 9-6 or whatever. It's going to be 9-7 or something like that.
9-8, or it could be. Remember, everyone's playing
17 games. There could be 10-7 or something like that to win that game division.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so. And they're going to verse a team like Seattle in the first round or Tampa Bay in the first round, and they're going to get blown out. They're going to lose that game because it's not going to be in. They're going to be in Dallas, but it's still not going to matter. So you got to show me more Dallas than you're in an above 500 team. You're still not showing me anything that's impressing me. You're still making your quarterback make not quarterback plays, but try to win the game fully for you. I mean, he's still running for his life back there. He's still, if he keeps on doing this, and they're still in shootouts too, in games and stuff. They're not stopping anybody at crucial points in the game and winning games. It's more of the other team's mistakes that help them win games than them winning a game. So that's Dallas for me. Yeah.
Yep.
So you want me to scream them whether we are?
I think we covered all the football, I think, pretty much, haven't we?
I think so, too. I think we covered the football for 40 minutes.
Yes. Well, that was a good thing to do because now we got the other 20 minutes to discuss. Welcome to the baseball playoff bonanza now.
My ribbons.
Yeah, third and fifth. Thank God they don't equal 35th.
Oh, jeez. You have any ribbons? You don't have no ribbons.
No,
I have the ribbons.
No, I have no. I know I have no ribbons. The last time I wore ribbons when I was counting it down to how many home games the Hartford Whalers ever had left in the Civic Center back in 1998. So
yeah.
So
all right, let's talk about something else than football. We're done with football now.
We're done with the pros at the moment. So baseball, we got 2 weeks to go.
2 weeks in baseball. I'm through with the New York Yankees right now.
At the moment,
even
if change again.
Hey, let me speak about my team the way I want to speak about them.
Here we go. I can't wait.
Here we go. Okay. The management of the New York Yankees has been a roller coaster this season, and it's on its way down. I mean, even if we make it into the wild card, I don't see us winning that game. Derek Cole has had at the end of the season an okay season like that at finishing. I mean, it's just been no camaraderie in that Yankee dugout or anything like that. I know they show them high-fiving and stuff, but I don't see the fight, the determination, the winning of the championship level to be a New York Yankee. I don't see that in that ball club. I just see a whole bunch of I'm going to say it, overpaid players. I said it. Overpaid players.
I know you did.
That don't believe in the Yankee way. They're just there. I mean, they're just there on a team making money. And I said it. I'm a Yankee fan through and through. I'll be a Yankee fan for life. But I'm just upset. This is a Yankee rant. This is how I feel. And it's just not there. I mean,
not your first Yankee rant either, by the way.
No, it's not my first Yankee rant this year. But it's just not there. It's just a bunch of individuals playing baseball and getting money right now than a team formed and wanting to win championships. That's why the Yankee fans boo. They don't want to see losses and stuff like that. We got blown out by the Indians 11-1 a couple nights ago. I mean, there was no effort in that game. There was just bleh. And do
Don't
I
feel
really do I really want to send that kind of team to the playoffs? No, because you're not going to win. You have no chance of winning with that kind of team. You just don't. I mean, yeah, if if after the 13 game winning streak you lost a couple games and then you went on another couple winning streak and you got the home field advantage for the wild card and your team was upbeat and there and ready to compete for a championship. Yeah, I would say let's go Yankees. Let's win a championship or let's compete in a divisional playoff round. But I don't see that there. I don't see the competitiveness to take the step to the championship competitive level. I still see them playing like spring training. I don't see anything else other than that. So even if the Yankees make the playoffs, I don't see them going anywhere. I may be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong, but I don't see it happening for the New York Yankees. That's been the whole season. Is Aaron Boone's on the hot seat a little? It should be warm. It should be cooking. Should they break up that whole team? Maybe they do need a captain or somebody else on that team to be a captain. But no, they're just playing baseball right now. They're not playing championship level New York Yankee baseball. And that's my throw on the New York Yankees. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. This has been a roller coaster ride for the Red Sox this year. And I mean by roller coaster. Have I done my rants before? Yes. Am I still happy that they are still zonked? No, but they're starting to come back. However, we were in first place for about the first month and a half, 2 months. Then we squandered. Then we struggled, did some crazy things. We were out of a wild card spot for a couple weeks. Now we've battled back into the first wild card spot where if the playoffs started today, we're home to the Toronto Blue Jays. And Fenway Park would love to see an extra playoff game on October 5th. But still 2 weeks to go. How do I think about playing the New York Yankees? I'm approaching it like we cannot lose. The worst we can do in that one is lose 2 out of 3 to New York. If we get swept, the Yankees are going to put themselves right back into a playoff spot. It's very easily because right now it's really coming down to 4 teams right now. Seattle's now holding on to the edge because we beat them 2 out of 3 in Seattle. Then we took care of Baltimore, swept them. We're off tonight. Then we have a series coming up, which I got to put on the thing, because I know we play the Yankees coming up this weekend. Of course, we got to play a Sunday night football game. And
Sunday night football.
Oh yeah, and of course, by the way, you may be giving up on your Yankees, but you have a game against the Texas Rangers tonight.
Yeah, I know what we're playing.
We have to play the New York Mets, where we can't. This Mets team's gone downhill too. But I'm taking that game to an approach where, don't take this team lightly at all. I mean, yeah, DeGrom has been out for the season. I think the last time we saw DeGrom was when he lost to the Red Sox. But
that was before the All-Star break or something like that.
Both of them.
Yeah.
The Mets haven't been the same at all. I mean, Who are they going to blame this time? We have no idea. But we know the Dodgers are in the playoffs. Milwaukee's just about to make the playoffs. I think Tampa's in, right?
Tampa Bay's in the playoffs, yes.
Okay,
They've clinched.
Yeah,
they clinched that division, too.
I'm not surprised. Problem is, how many fans are going to go see them play now? You're not going to start seeing fans until their first round series starts?
Probably. Nobody likes baseball in Florida.
No one likes it in St. Petersburg and Miami. They don't really care too much. And the Marlins did get their new ballpark, but If you're
Yeah,
not going to get the people, then you should have just stayed at Joe Robbie Stadium at this point.
they should have just stayed in the parking lot or something like that.
No, we
But
can't. You can't play parking lot baseball, Joe. I'm very sorry.
you sure can. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Let's just find a regular whipping stick and just knock it out of the thing.
Yeah, the whipping stick, the rubber ball, boom.
Before we ended on baseball, I do want to mention this came up on my Facebook page. Our friend that was on who was our very first guest last year. Apparently, it's making a comeback to Muzzy Field this coming Sunday. Apparently.
Oh, I'm surprised Chuck hasn't even said anything.
Yeah, no, this time I can't. I've already got big plans already coming up this weekend. I'm going to my cousin's for Saturday night after I go to Lake Compounds because after next Sunday, if I go to my cousin's house, the Halloween lights don't get turned on. So, and I have to, speaking of that, get my Halloween lights up ready for next week.
Yep, you got to get them ready. But
Yep,
I'm surprised he
definitely.
didn't mention anything to us or anything like that.
Yeah,
But
no, not this time.
I got a birthday party anyways, but
Yeah, well, don't worry. Keep your birthday party.
I'm gonna go to the birthday party.
Yeah, go to the birthday party. I'll be at Lake watching college football and going to Lake Compounds and might be going to a birthday party at a bowling alley for an hour before I head to Lake Compounds. So
Okay, you can watch your fireworks at Lake Compounds.
yeah, which I'll mention it now. Apparently Lake Compounds is doing the end of the year fireworks this year.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing the Mum Festival normally holds the fireworks, but probably because it's in a different place this year, correct?
What, the Mum Festival?
No,
Still
no,
on
no,
the boulevard?
No, not the parade. I'm talking about all the booths and stuff.
Yeah, they're still down at the boulevard. I'm still sure they're holding it down there.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of that.
Because I don't know if they're going to do it on the old Boulevard School. Because remember, it's being built with another school.
Yeah, well, the school's being built, but the field that they use isn't being built or anything. I think that's still empty. The baseball field is still empty.
Yeah, it's still empty. Oh God, it's already been filled with grass.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, so that's what they use. They just use the boulevard for parking and stuff.
Okay.
And everything. So they can still use the boulevard.
Okay, yeah, because I got a friend who's going to be in one of the booths, so I figure I may go down there, bring my phone with me, keep the college football scores in handy. And,
yeah, you can come say hi to me, to me and Stash when we're watching the music.
Well, if we find you, remember, I think it's only 3 days, isn't it, this year?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, see, Friday night, well, it all depends how fast the football game goes on Friday night at Central, because I have a home game this week.
Yeah.
So, of course, as long as we don't have another kid fight like we had last week, but,
Other things, yeah. So, other things.
So we got about
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Real quick.
Yeah.
NHL training camps have started. Everybody's signing to tryout contracts. So we'll see how that goes. The exhibition season starts at the end of the week. Yes, I will say it, and Joe, I know you're going to shake your head when I say this. The Seattle Kraken jersey, don't start. The Seattle Kraken jersey has officially come out, and it took me not long, but about a half hour into the sale, ordered one quick.
Yes, he has his 900 and something on.
Well, it'll be now 223. The jersey will be in November because I guess they had so many orders that were coming in, and they still have all sizes available. So please get your Kraken jersey. It's going to look real nice.
Yeah, nobody else wants that.
You never know.
The Celtics, quick word on the Celtics, NBA. Brad Stevens' brain is still moving and driving and stuff like that. He hasn't really done anything. They said there are going to be some trades maybe here and there, but they're only rumors right now. But the NBA's just waiting for the season to start.
NBA training camp will start when the hockey season starts, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, just big shout out to my ribbons. You don't have any ribbons, but I have ribbons.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I know. Well, that's okay. I got a shout out in the Bristol Press last week. So
Yeah, you did. So
yeah, by Bob Montgomery. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
yeah,
Even though my aunts just shook their heads like, "Oh no, you made the press again."
yeah, jeez. But hey,
You know.
what the?
But
Okay,
anyway,
let's end this. We want to end. Oh, all right. This has been the Sportsman Show. I've been your host, Joe Musel, along with my co-host, who's going to go back to his Tetris game or whatever that
Tetris video game tournament.
Tetris
Yes.
video game tournament. Come in last place. He wants
No,
to play.
hopefully not. Hopefully not. I want to be in the top 20.
All right, Coachy, say.
All right, folks. Have a good week. We'll see you
See ya,
next week.
folks.